Hello, dear teacher. I hope your family and you are doing well. I have made the purpose to give a little explanation about some topics, and I hope you could figure out that there are many things without an answer yet. Well, how technology has impacted mankind communication. Our society has been in constant growth due to the new needs that have been arising since ancient times, like transportation, household, entertainment, etc. In this presentation, I am going to talk about communication, its history, and how it has grown through modern times. So, can you imagine live without communicating? That sounds scary and crazy, doesn't it? From my point of view, communication is essential um, in our daily life. It gives us the it gives us the chance to meet, yes, um, it gives us the chance to meet other people and express our emotions. But sometimes it's bring out the worst or the best part of you. The tools we use to communicate have been increasing thanks to technology and science. As you have noticed in these days, it's easy to establish any conversation with a stranger. Therefore, the creation of different platforms and devices deployed to communicate, for instance, mobile, laptop, different applications like WhatsApp and Skype allows us to do that we previously were unable. Uh, this new this new tech permit us to keep moving forward with advances in technology and science because the interconnection of people creates a beehive process. People from China can brainstorm with people from Switzerland. I don't know. Everything sounds like an utopia. But what would you think if I told you that there exists a communication that is outside of our knowledge, or simply we don't perceive it? And the question is, for what purpose? Worry not, since I am going to talk about it later. So let's continue. Throughout history, we have found a way to communicate with each other. As historians have mentioned in their books, the first communications besides spoken language was a smoke signal. People used to talk from far distance through this method. Well, within the creation and development of science and technology, human beings have managed to discover new tools in order to have a conversation. Take, for instance, the creation of paper. With this in mind, letters and books have played an important role in preserving knowledge and the realities people had and and the way they communicate. Previously, people used to send postcards to someone in order to establish any conversation at distance. And nowadays, people still like letters for vintage chatting or for sending information like bills or advertising. Another invention created by human beings is the telephone. And because of this, people have the possibility to interact more easily and spontaneously with other one. It is not necessary to um, wait for weeks to receive a response and give an answer. By the way, I have a total admiration for those scientists who have created or invented these kinds of cutting edge devices because they are people who see beyond any limits. Well, as you can see, there are a lot of new technologies that permit communication with each other. Really, who would think that nowadays people can chat in groups through a video call or WhatsApp, Facebook, and probably in the not too distant future, people will have managed to understand the brain and they may acquire the skill to read people's thoughts. This would be amazing. So let's come back to the present. So I've talked about smoke signal, letters, telephone, video call, and by the way, we are not forgetting the non-verbal communication, which is very important to mention because there are many people who express through body language and hand signal with the purpose to have a conversation with other one using sign language. Since there are people who were born without voice, or they don't have the ability to hear, or simply they lost their voice or hearing, in this matter, scientists will be pay a lot of attention and develop a technique that allows person recover his or her voice and hearing through surgery. Well, another communication is clothing. Um, Clothing says a lot about people. People tend to wear colorful clothes when they're happy, or opaque clothing when they are sad or distressed. People show their emotion and speak um, by means of clothing style. But the question is how clothing is part of technology. Probably nowadays it would be impossible to find an answer. But in the future, yes, because I think within 50 years more, scientists will be discovering the way to improve your mood with smart clothing. Well, as mentioned in the beginning of my presentation, there exists a non-verbal communication that is outside of our acknowledge. I refer to quantum communication. When I think about it, uh, it gives me the goosebumps because it is a huge, interesting topic. Sorry, huge, interesting topic. Um, when we talk about quantum communication, we need to open up to something strange. So, have you heard about the presentiment of um, mother when his or her son or daughter is in trouble? No, you haven't, or yes, you have? Well, there is an explanation. There exists a theory related to um, quantum entanglement, which means, in simplest words, that if you have two similar quantum particles and then separate and put them in different places, they will have the similar behavior, and you will wonder, what does mother, son, or daughter have to do with this? It is quite simple. When a woman is pregnant, she shares similar particles with her son, for instance. And when the son is born, uh, those particles are separated, but they continue communicating. Um, it is for this reason that a mother can feel this kind of presentiment, thanks to presentiment thanks to quantum particle communication. And now we know a new way of communication, obviously based on in this theory. So finally, it is important to figure out that within many more years we will have living in a world with infinity methods to achieve effective communication. As I said in this presentation about quantum communication, this is probably not the only known discernible way that exists nowadays. Maybe how many more we will live in a world that we have no idea what is around us. So that's all, my dear teacher. I'm taking a lot, and obviously I am looking for uh, my feedback. Take a lot again. See you soon on the next time. Bye, teacher.